Continuing. Now, today in America, it seems like when you have a lot of education, you don't have a problem. Especially with the Bush administration, President Bush. I had been saying things that, the FBI and President Bush, they seem to have told him, but it don't seem to like the idea. And so President Bush, the FBI, and Jeb Bush in Florida, they seem to come up with a scheme to, give me these problems. This is what people are telling me after I explain to them the experiences I'm having. They try to accuse me of being, having mental problems. I mean, I didn't do anything that is violent or affected nobody, but the only thing is that because I have a lot of education, they don't seem to like the idea as a minority for me to, be that smart. I recall while I was living in Florida, I'll go to the city hall meetings and I'll be telling them things that they didn't understand. I'm telling them that, you're trying to kill this wonderful America, the goose that laid the golden egg. I try to explain to them that in spite of our military might, the enemy will not attack us militarily. They will come in and destroy the culture. They'll destroy education, family, religion, sports, the politics, the various institutions. And when those have been undermined, then everything will fall apart. And so we're seeing it today, and I was just ahead of the game, but they felt that I was crazy because at that time in 1999 things were robust and things were moving on and it looked like we were invincible, but the seeds had already been sown. And today, to get up in America, you don't have to have an education. Most of the people who are making all the money and are very powerful and important, they don't have no education, or what they have as education is so shoddy that as a foreigner, I don't understand how they could make it with that flimsy thing. A lot of people have gotten up film stars, millionaires, just because they know people or because they were at a certain place at the right time, the right place at the right time, and it happened. And if you want to really improve the education system, you have to tie success with education. In our cultures, the only way you make it up is through education. And so individuals work hard because you want to get up. And so another thing, when you have a lot of education and the government comes and they want you to work for them, and they demand that you work for them, and if you don't, they harass you and blacklist you and give you a lot of problems. So why have an education and put yourself at risk where they're going to want you to work for them and they're going to have you doing things that you don't want to do, and then they're going to give you some problems. So these are some of the problems I find that make education so daunting, and why individuals may not necessarily want to be educated, because you don't want to be harassed like this.